3 messages before today's interview educates and motivates you. First, if you're a domain name investor, don't you have unique legal needs that require domain name technical know-how and industry experience? That's why you need David Westlow of Wiley Ryan. Go search for David Westlow on Domain Sherpa, watch his interview, and you can see for yourself that he can clearly explain issues, can help you with buy-sell agreements, deal with website content issues and UDRP actions, and even help you write your website terms and conditions. David Westlow is the lawyer to call for internet legal issues. See for yourself at newmediaip.com. Second, managing multiple domain name marketplace and auction site accounts is a pain. Inevitably, you forget to sign into one and you lose a great domain, or worse. Now imagine using a single, simple to use and comprehensive control panel to manage all of your accounts. That's Protrata. You can set up search filters, analyze domains, automate bidding, list domain names for sale, buy domains across all major marketplaces. Protrata also has a new semantic engine that builds Google-friendly websites with rich content and network feeds. Sign up at protrata.com to get 20 free credits and start building and monetizing your domains today. Finally, if you have questions about domain names, where should you go to ask them? The answer is dnforum.com. Not only is DN Forum the largest domain name forum in the world, it's the best. You can learn about domain names and the industry, buy and sell domain names, talk about the domain name news that's happening in the industry, and even meet domainers just like yourself. Register for a free DN Forum account and begin advancing your skills and knowledge today. And when you do sign up, send me a friend request so we can connect on DN Forum. Here's your program. Hey everyone, my name is Michael Seiger and I'm the publisher of DomainSherpa.com, the website where you come to learn how to become a more successful domain name entrepreneur and investor directly from the experts. Since the economic recession hit in 2008, many of us have had to reevaluate our financial situation. Do we find a different job, rent an apartment, buy a house, lease a car? In every one of those cases, our credit score may be a limiting factor. Finding out your credit score is relatively easy to do. Each one of us can go to one of the 3 major credit scoring agencies, and I believe you can get 1 free credit report per year from one of the agencies. But there's a newcomer to the credit score industry that's shaking things up a bit. We're going to learn how their business works and, more importantly, how their credit score financial products and affiliate program might help domain name entrepreneurs and marketers earn more in their businesses. Today, we're joined by Stacy Wakefield, Director of Affiliate Marketing for CreditKarma.com. Stacy, welcome to the show.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
So, for the audience that's never heard of CreditKarma.com yet, how would you describe it in a nutshell?
So, Credit Karma is the first truly free credit score company. What we do is we let users to Credit Karma come onto the site, give us some basic information. We don't require their whole social security number. We only require the last 4 digits of the social security number. And we also, once they get registered, we never ask them for their credit card number, which all the other credit score companies do. And then they give you a 14-day trial. After the 14 days is up, they end up charging you $15 a month. And then, as you know, it's very hard to get out of that trial.
Right.
So ours is free the entire time. And once they get signed up, then we end up giving them a lot of tools that they can access and a free credit score and a credit report card, amongst other things.
So when I go to one of the other programs, like I go to TransUnion or I can't remember the other 2 offhand, but I go to them, I think I need to give them my full social security number and name and probably like my mother's maiden name and a bunch of other stuff. How come I only need to give you guys my last 4 digits of my social security number?
Because we verify your identity based on other information like your address over the last, I don't know, like 5 or 10 years, I believe. And then we pull your credit score from TransUnion. We work with TransUnion. We have a special partnership with them. and your credit score is an actual credit score from TransUnion.
Gotcha. And so how long has Credit Karma been operating?
Since 2007.
Okay. So you've been around for a while now. How
Yeah.
does the business model work given that other sites are selling credit reports? You know, exactly as you mentioned, I may get my credit card for free, but I have to remember to cancel my subscription. You guys don't do that. How does your business model work?
So we make our money solely on advertising. Once you become a member, we offer a lot of tools, but in addition to the tools that we offer you, we also show you different financial products that are relevant to you based on what we know about your credit history and your credit score. So if we know that you have a certain credit score, we're going to only offer you financial services products that meet your credit profile. So we would a lot of times we will show people a credit card that they're likely to be approved for, and we also give auto loans. We do home loans, savings accounts, auto insurance. So just a lot of different financial services products. Those products are advertised on our site, and then when a user interacts and takes an offer or clicks potentially, then we get paid, and we're fully funded through advertising.
Gotcha. So is it actually advertising, or is it advertising for lead generation and then you get compensated for every lead that comes through?
It is both. We do have some advertising that is like an actual CPM, but it's mostly lead gen.
Okay, and all financial products, your whole business is built off of the credit score, so everybody that you work with is interested in getting more business related to some sort of financial, the home loan, the auto insurance, the life, like you mentioned, life insurance, and it's all tied to their credit score. So you're taking an entirely different new look at delivering leads based on a new service that you're offering that I don't think anybody else in the market is offering.
Yep, that's true.
Fantastic. So as a business, do you find are you going after a specific demographic? Can you say we go after men and women between 25 and 35 because they're worth the most? Or do you pretty much go after everybody because you have products to serve in every single financial age, marital status, every single demographic?
So we pretty much go after everyone. Credit Karma gets a lot of its members through PR. So we do PR across the general population. We do TV advertising. It's really helped us get the brand out there and create a strong brand for us. So we feel like we really try to cater to all of Americans. And, of course, our product helps people improve their credit score with the tools that we offer. It really helps those who are looking to improve their credit score. A lot of times people come to us because they want a better credit score. So, of course, I think that the demographic is not just those with excellent credit or just those with poor credit, but also, mostly those that are, wanting to learn more about their credit and how they can improve it.
Yeah, definitely. So if I'm interested in buying a car someday and I know that I maybe had a bankruptcy in the past, or maybe I haven't had the best credit because I paid off my credit cards late, I can come in, sign up for the system, and then actually monitor my credit over time, use some of the resources that you have for improving my credit score, and watch it go up in time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also do, so credit monitoring is something that we just started in January. It's helped us grow our business a lot. With credit monitoring, we give you credit alerts. And now we have a mobile app that just came out a little over a month ago, I believe. It's been very successful in the iTunes store as one of the free apps in the iTunes store. But what we do is send you real alerts on your cell phone, on your iPhone. And that's really helping people monitor their credit through their cell phone now.
And is credit monitoring a free service that you offer as well?
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
So okay, I get how all of that is working, and I until you were recommended, I had never heard of Credit Karma before. So you've been around for 5+ years. To give our audience an idea of how big Credit Karma is, can you talk about the annual revenue of Credit Karma?
So I can't give you actual revenue numbers. To give you a size of how big we are, we now have over 7 million registered users of Credit Karma. So if that gives you a sense, I mean, there's 7 million people interested in their credit scores in the financial services space, and we have those people now using our product and engaging in the product on a regular basis.
Yeah, 7 million is enormous. So those are the number of people that have come to your site, entered in their name, their previous addresses, their last 4 digits of their social security number, and created an account to view their credit scores.
Yep, exactly.
Great. And you mentioned that you have how-to information and that you have resources on how people can improve their credit score. Do you also market to them through emails? You know, if I come and sign up, do I now become a part of your email distribution list?
Yeah, so we, whenever you sign up for Credit Karma, there's an opt-in for emails. I think there's like 3 different options. Like you can opt in to receive special promotions or credit alerts, those different things. We don't do a lot of email marketing at the moment. Of course, I think we might do a little bit more in the future, but I'm not really sure what the plan is for that. But it's definitely an option we have.
Great. All right, so 7 million registered users. We can't talk about the revenue. Are you guys profitable?
Well, I can't really go over that either because we're still private. But I mean, we're definitely a successful company. Yes.
Okay. And creditkarma.com, from my research, was not bootstrapped. You guys took investment. Is that correct?
Yes, we did. We were venture backed.
Okay. And so you have 7 million registered users. We all know that not all of them are coming back on a regular basis. How many unique visitors per month do you have to creditkarma.com?
I think there's about 2 million, and we're growing every month. We've been growing a lot since January. The business, after we introduced monitoring, really took off. And since then, we've just been growing at a nice pace.
Yeah, I bet you're monitoring them, so now you have the reason to contact them via email or via the iPhone app, and then they come back to your website, and you're able to present them more offers that might suit their needs.
Yep. And I think we have about 32 million page views a month on the Credit Karma main site. We've also got a Credit Karma blog that has less visitors, but still pretty large.
Yeah. So there is the fire engine that you mentioned that was probably going to happen during the interview, right, Stacy?
Downtown San Francisco, you can always count on fire engines coming by. Okay, I think it's passed.
All right, excellent. So just for the listeners that are listening to this interview via MP3, the fire engine has passed downtown San Francisco. All right, so 2 million unique visitors per month, 32 million page views. I went to compete.com and I looked at your unique visitors over time, and it has been consistently growing. You know, there's some big leaps in some months. What would you attribute that consistent traffic growth of creditkarma.com to?
I mean, I think that when Credit Karma is consistently reinvesting in our business, and we're constantly developing new technology, and whenever we make more money, we're doing more to get more visitors, to improve our technology, and just build a better business. And I also think that just probably a lot of word of mouth has been helping us. Like every time I tell people where I work or we talk about Credit Karma, like everybody's like, "Oh, I love your product. I love what you guys are doing, and I love that it really is free." You know, I don't want to be, I don't have to sign up to get a free credit score and then make sure I cancel it 14 days later anymore. You know, I can just continue to go back to you guys, and you're actually like showing me how to improve my score and what happens if I get a new credit card and all those different things. So people are really enjoying our product. And I think that's what's helping us grow so much.
Excellent. So I wanted to thank the person who recommended that I speak to your company. His name is Nathan Skousen. He is with GoDaddy, and he saw your commercial, I think, on TV, or maybe it was YouTube. I watched it on YouTube, and he loved it. So Nathan, thanks. Have you guys done some advertising on TV?
Yeah, we have. We've been advertising on TV for I think around since the beginning of the year.
Great.
So yeah, we do a lot of cable TV advertising. It's been a great channel for us.
Yeah, definitely. To try and reach the mass markets with your message, I think that that would definitely pay off. So let me ask you one more question before we dive into the affiliate part of Credit Karma and how people can work with you. I'm fascinated with this business model because it's completely changed what everybody else was doing. How do you think Credit Karma has impacted the credit scoring industry?
I think that the companies are, realizing that there's more that they can do for the consumers. Like they once they sign these people up, like they can really, do things to help them build their credit rather than just showing them a report that gives them all the information. There's offers that they can show to them. So I think that we're really helping build the awareness that everybody really deserves a free credit score, and that they deserve free credit monitoring as well. So hopefully, there'll be more people sign on to us, and the other companies like come on and realize that this is really the business model to have.
Yeah, and I love the way that you're looking at it from the consumer standpoint. I think it's so easy in old industries that have been around for a decade or 2 decades, to forget about the customer and say, this is what we offer. This is all we offer. Here's your credit report if you want it. If you don't, fine. Somebody else will want it. And, it's nice to have new companies come in and reevaluate how consumers actually want to be interacted with. And you're taking the viewpoint that we are going to help you look at your score, improve your score, monitor your score, and that makes a lot of sense. All right, so let's get into the process here. Your title is Director of Affiliate Marketing, so you offer affiliate programs. Can you talk about what kind of programs you offer currently?
Yes, so we offer two affiliate programs. We have the affiliate program that is the Credit Karma main product, which is our scores. So if you own a website and you feel like you have relevant traffic to credit scores, people looking to get their free credit score, then you can advertise Credit Karma on your site or write a review, and we'll actually pay you for every registered user that you send to us. Mm-hmm. So that's one component of our affiliate network. The second component is our credit cards affiliate network. As you probably know, credit cards is a huge industry, and people are constantly searching for new credit cards, and looking for ways to compare credit cards. And at Credit Karma, the main offer that we give to our users is credit cards, because whenever you go and apply for a credit card, they determine if you're going to get approved for that card based on your credit score. Mm-hmm. So it makes the most sense for us to show people a credit card that they're likely to get approved for, because when you when you sign up for a credit card and you get denied, it goes on your credit score as a credit hit.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't necessarily say credit hit, but it's a hard inquiry on your credit, and too many of those can negatively impact your credit score. So when you apply, you want to get approved so that you can increase your credit line, which increases your credit utilization and all that stuff. Because we do so well monetizing Credit Karma with credit cards, we have great relationships with all the major card issuers. We work with Chase, Capital One, Citi, Discover, Amex. So those big five and some other smaller issuers, that we've decided that it makes sense for us to take the way that we display credit cards and offer that to other credit card comparison sites, mm-hmm. Or credit card domains. And we feel like what we offer around our credit cards, the information we give, to help the consumer choose the right credit card, is another way we're going to change the market a little bit. Because Credit Karma does so well in credit cards, we have a lot of our members have done cardholder reviews on each credit card. And then we also now display that on each credit card that we give to our affiliates.
Mm-hmm.
So that just helps the, uh, the affiliates convert their clicks to approvals even better because they're getting paid on the approval.
Definitely. All right. So you have two main products. One is the credit scores. And so let's tackle these individually. Let's say that Domain Sherpa, I have users that want to get their credit scored for some reason. I can write a review or I can provide a link and it'll go directly to creditkarma.com with my affiliate link. And if anybody signs up, then I get a commission as an affiliate.
Correct. We call it a credit success. So that means that if somebody signs up and we've successfully been able to pull their credit, then you get paid for that lead.
Okay. So that sounds pretty easy. Is there any other way to do that? Can I create like a Domain Sherpa process where it's co-branded on the creditkarma.com website?
Sure. So every affiliate gets a unique link, and we have a system set up where we can go in and take your logo and put it on that landing page so that when they get to your site or when they get to our site, they can tell that we're in partnership together.
Oh, nice. Okay. Great. And then if they then sign up, it's considered a credit success, and then I get compensated. Am I compensated immediately, or do they actually have to take part in some sort of action, like a lead action or anything, for me to be compensated?
No, I mean, you're compensated. Well, I mean, of course, there's a 30-day payment period time.
Sure.
But yeah, you're compensated. We send out reports telling you how many leads you've generated every day, and then at the end of the month, you'll get a total report, and then we pay you.
Excellent. And how much can I earn per credit success that comes through?
So it really varies. I'd rather that be kind of a conversation that I have with each affiliate directly.
Okay.
It depends on the quality of the people that they're sending to us. But you know, I could say it ranges anywhere from a couple dollars to a few more than that. So it just depends on the quality.
All right, that makes sense. And so, is it more worthwhile to have lower credit people or higher credit people signing up? Am I compensated more if somebody makes, $1 million a year or $20,000 a year?
You're compensated more if they're more engaged in the Credit Karma product. So it's more of a lifetime value. We try to look at, what's the lifetime value of the people that you're sending to us. Are they coming on and signing up and then never signing up, never signing on to Credit Karma again? Because maybe you incentivize the traffic and they were never really interested in the first place.
Right.
We don't want to pay, very much for that traffic because it's probably not really worth anything to us. So that's the kind of case where we really want to look at quality. And then there's some cases where if the website's very relevant to credit cards or very relevant to credit scores, then the lifetime value, of course, is going to be higher than if it might just be a banner ad that comes from a mommy website or something.
All right. So if I get my mom and my brother and my sister to go through and my affiliate link and show up on your website, but they're not really interested, they're doing it as a favor to me, then they're probably not going to have the lifetime value as opposed to if I'm running a credit card website that publishes about credit card information. And you can determine that lifetime value within the first 30 days before you actually pay me for those leads?
No, it's so when we sign up an affiliate, we will set you at probably the minimum CPL, and then I'd say probably after 60 days, depending on how much traffic you're really sending us, we want to get a good sample size. Probably after 30 or 60 days, then we might change the terms of the agreement, give you a higher CPL.
Gotcha. So you got to earn your way in, basically. You're willing to try somebody, but they have to show you that they can actually deliver good, consistent leads. You're not looking for a one-time relationship with Domain Sherpa where I'm going to get my users to come over and register just out of the goodness of their hearts. You want some sort of financial relationship tied to a website.
Right. We want to build a partnership with you where you're going to continue to advocate for us and send us good quality leads, and we're going to continue to reward you for that.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, so that is the credit score product, and then you offer credit cards as well. And you mentioned that you have a relationship with all the major credit card companies. Excuse me. And you also have user reviews, and you have the information organized, and I can take all of that information, put it directly on Domain Sherpa and say, hey users, here are some credit card offers if you need it. And then when they actually click on one of those, does that take them to your website or the credit card company's website?
It takes them to the credit card company's websites too, so they can apply for the credit card directly from their website. That's really how the whole credit card industry works.
Gotcha. And do I get compensated based on somebody clicking or based on somebody filling out that lead form when they've clicked through to the credit card company?
So for credit cards, you get compensated when they actually get approved for the credit card. So it's much further down the funnel. Some lead gen companies pay for the clicks, some pay for the lead, and credit card companies are much more picky. They actually just pay for the approval.
Right. And actually, I get compensated more if it makes it all the way down to the process, and somebody's approved.
Yes. Yeah. You can get a really nice bounty for credit card approvals.
Yeah. And so without even like talking about displaying credit card ads on a CPM, cost per thousand basis, or getting the clicks cost per click or cost per action type basis, filling out the lead form and then actually getting approved, what's a range that people might expect if they committed to the approval for the credit card step?
So that's a good question. It really varies. It's mostly based on the type of credit card that they're approved for. So there's basically two types. There's subprime and prime. So those people that have really good credit scores and those people with not so good credit scores. So if you have a great credit score, then the card that you apply for and get approved for is probably one of the prime credit cards, and that CPA is going to be worth a lot more than if you have brand new credit, you're a student, or you're trying to rebuild your credit because you messed it up. So it can range anywhere from $20 to over $100.
Wow, over 100. I was guessing that it was around 20 to 50 or so. But for people with prime being the best, so for somebody that needs a credit card, it has great credit, signs up for a credit card offer through my affiliate link, I might be compensated as high as $100 per approval.
Potentially. I mean that's I don't want to give anybody like a false hope that
it's hard to find those ideal people that have the perfect credit, that need more credit, and sure, so that's just bounding it. Makes perfect sense. So earlier I thought you had mentioned that you have other offers like banking or home loans, auto loans, things like that. Do you have other products that you currently offer?
So Credit Karma does have other products that we offer on the site. We don't have other products that we offer to affiliates. So now in affiliates, we only have credit scores and credit cards.
That makes sense. Do you plan on offering some of those other products to affiliates in the future?
At this time, I'm not aware that we are, but we'll probably never say never. So we'll just have to see how we do with what we have right now. But it's a possibility, I'm sure.
Okay, so for somebody that, let's say, they love boating and they have a boating website and they know that there's a certain number of their users every year that will turn over their boats. It's like car people. They can't be satisfied with the cars or the boats that they have. They want to sell it and they want to buy the latest one, or they want to buy a different one. And so having a credit score when they need to go and finance that new boat or new car might be a great thing. So somebody that operates one of these types of sites might find it useful to partner with you and provide credit scores to their users and maybe credit cards to them as well.
Yeah, sure. There's so many different kinds of business models that someone could use to promote credit scores. So
do you have another example of an affiliate that's been really successful? Not the specifics, but the type of business and how they integrate those offers into their website.
Yeah, of course. So credit card comparison sites often seem to I don't know if I would say do the best, because I'm sure there's some other channels that we haven't really tapped into yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that right now we're seeing that credit cards are doing really well. So if you have a credit card comparison site and you want to tell people if they don't know their credit score to check it before they actually apply for a card, that seems to work really well.
Mm-hmm.
We also do well with car websites. So if you have a car website, and people have so many questions to answer for themselves before they go and buy a car.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about the type of loan that they're going to get, and if they're going to get certain financing, is really important. So getting their credit score is a good thing to do before you buy a car. So there's a lot of different types of financial sites. And another interesting business that works well with credit scores is people that are searching for apartments. So if you're searching for an apartment and the landlord needs to run your credit, it makes sense to go to Credit Karma and get your free credit score.
Yeah, definitely. We've got an interview coming out by the time this one comes out, it will have already come out. It's called moneycrashers.com, and we interviewed the CEO who talked about how he built his website and how the domain names played into it. And I think he would be a great candidate for an affiliate program with you, because everybody on the website wants to learn how to better manage their personal finances. And, you can't manage what you can't measure. So getting an account with creditkarma.com is a great way to start measuring it, to figure out where you are. So affiliate-wise, let's say that that moneycrashers.com wants to be an affiliate of yours. What are the minimum requirements that you think about as director of affiliate marketing when you're evaluating whether somebody would be a good fit for your program?
Yeah, so I think about, is the site developed? And what's the look of the site? Does it look credible? Because especially with credit cards, we have to submit the site to the issuers for their approval. And they look at a lot of different things. They're saying, okay, our brand is going to be on this site. And Credit Karma is the same way when we do credit scores. Our brand is going to be on this site. Does it look like something that was put up in 5 minutes? Or does it look like they really invested a lot of time and effort into this site and it's going to be good for our brand? Of course, traffic. The traffic numbers are really important. I don't want to spend my time all day on little bitty sites that aren't going to be very valuable in the long run. So I have to be a little bit selective sometimes, choosing who to work with, because we're a business and we have to make money here too. So those are probably the two most important things that we're looking at.
Yeah. Okay. That makes perfect sense. Credible, trustworthy. You're putting your brand on it, so you want to make sure that they represent you, and the credit card companies need to make sure that they've approved of it. In terms of traffic, is there sort of a guideline that you can offer that will, help sort of weed the people that are watching this? Because a lot of domain investors have great domain names, but some of them aren't developed. Maybe they own, creditcards.org and they want to put your offers on there, or they want to provide credit scores. But if they only get 1,000 people per day, is that enough? Or 100 people per day, is that enough?
So it really just depends on the type of site that it is. And how they plan on implementing it. So there might be a credit card website that it ranks well in organic search under like the top credit card terms, or some that are really nice long tail terms, and but it might only have 3,000 visitors a month. But the people that are going to go to that site are very relevant to credit cards and what we're looking for. So I would accept a site like that. If your site's specific, where I know it's getting some traffic, that's very acceptable. If it's for credit scores, for instance, if it's a site that is not specific to credit scores or credit cards, or maybe not even financial services, and it has, somewhere around 100, 150,000, then that's going to be something I would look at. But maybe not a site that is less than 50,000 uniques a month. So it really just depends on how relevant it is to the products.
Yeah, more relevancy, even with lower traffic, might convert very well. So you'd look at those. So it all depends on the topic and how relevant to your products, as well as their traffic combined. Yep. Okay, that makes perfect sense. And when somebody, Wayne Nelson, our producer here, signed up for his free credit report, loved the ease of the sign up process and the detailed recommendations that you made. He was wondering about when somebody comes through and they click on one of those offers, either on your website or maybe on one of your affiliate websites. Is there a time limit to sending affiliates through there? So, for example, at Amazon.com, if I have a link to a book on their website, they'll pay me if somebody clicks through and orders that book, but only in the first 24 hours of clicking. Do you have that same sort of cookie time limit if I click through on a credit card offer from a website?
Yeah, I believe it's only in the same session. Okay. So if they don't click in the same session, then I believe that it's not counted.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you want to try and make it as important for people to sign up right then, so that they don't forget later, so that they don't forget where to go, anything like that.
And it's a really easy form. So we typically see it depending on the relevancy of the site where the lead is coming from. We can see 30 to 40% click to lead rate on credit scores.
Mm-hmm. Great.
So very good number.
So how else, Stacy, do you help affiliates be more successful if they do have a website that's somehow tied to financial and they want to become an affiliate of yours?
So there's a lot of different things. I try to first just listen to what their experience is, what their goals are. And it really depends too on their site name, the traffic that they already have, and so based on all those different things, and I kind of just try to have a personal conversation with them about like, this is what I think your potential is. This is how I feel like you can grow it, kind of based on my experience. Mm-hmm. And I'd recommend that you try out these certain media channels to begin with. If they have specific questions on like what companies to use, I can give some suggestions on that. I also try to help them determine the best placement on their site. Mm-hmm. There's definitely been times where I will create a mock-up. Sometimes I'll get my designers involved. Sometimes I'll do it myself. Nice. But just to really show them, how I think our offers will really work the best on their site. And it's also really interesting because some of the most creative implementations really come from the publishers themselves. And once I just let them have the code, then I'm often surprised and pleasantly surprised with some of the ways that they think to market the products on their site. So I try not to be too controlling over how they want to push the offers.
Yeah. Well, that's great because you have all of the insights. You know that you have, this many affiliates in the system, and you're able to look on a daily or monthly basis who's actually converting the most customers or who has the most, how'd you phrase it, credit successes. So you can go to their website and look at how they implemented it. And then you can share those best practices with other people who might be in a similar situation or might be looking to drive more conversions.
Yeah, exactly. And, I try to kind of set different benchmarks based on the type of sites that we have in our network. Mm-hmm. And the types of traffic that they might have. So all that stuff just kind of comes with time. And of course, when there's new channels introduced, especially with credit scores, I think that we don't even maybe know what are the different opportunities and channels that we can go after. But as we, bring on more types of publishers with credit scores, it's going to be interesting to see how those different benchmarks will change potentially.
Definitely. And so that's an interesting way to phrase it. You talk about bringing on publishers. A lot of people have monetized their domain names without building them out. They essentially land on a landing page that has offers that are presented through Google AdWords or something like that. Because a lot of the great domain names, the industry defining domain names that people will type in directly without even searching for, they haven't needed to develop them in the past. Do you offer any type of service where somebody can point a domain name at your server and you develop the website that's displayed at that point?
No, we don't really offer anything like that. I've been working with affiliates for 4 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and I find that the best affiliates come from those who maybe they started out with a very very small business, not necessarily know what they didn't really necessarily know what they were doing in the beginning. But over time, they put a lot of skin in the game and they worked very hard on their websites. And those people end up becoming some of the best affiliates. So when people want to come to me and say like, oh, well, I have such and such website, but I'm going to build it out someday, or, those kind of things. Like, I'm like, okay, well, let's go do that first. And, and let's see what we have here, after you really put some more effort into it, because once people really put the effort in, then that's whenever they start to strategize and understand the business. And it just helps build a stronger partnership.
Definitely. Okay, so you're looking for real publishers, people that have domain names and websites set up that are continuing to develop those and drive more traffic to them so that you can get more conversions and pay out more. Do you have any success stories that you can talk about, Stacy, without giving any names or websites? Can you say that a customer came on at some point, 2 years ago and they, implemented some of the advice that you had provided, and today they're earning this much per month on average?
Yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily say like they're earning a certain amount. But I think that there's definitely been some publishers that maybe they have experience in a certain industry. Like maybe they know how to market insurance products,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't really know how to have an affiliate website for insurance. So I had a publisher a few years ago that was the case, and then I said, look, there's a lot of opportunity in this space. You've got some great domain names. Your designer really knows what he's doing. I think you'd do well, buying media. And so then he started to learn how to buy the media, and after that, he really grew the business. And then we've been able to develop a strong partnership as I've brought on new products to offer, and he's tried out multiple things that I've been working on, just kind of based on the principles of having a good domain name and having great design,
Mm-hmm.
And the marketing can kind of come second after that.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Final question for you, Stacy. You mentioned in our pre-interview that advertisers, the credit card companies, are looking for something in the future that's different than what's been offered in the past or that's offered today. Can you give me a scenario that might fit that statement? What kind of new affiliates are you seeing coming into the market, and how are they changing the way that credit card offers are being presented?
Yeah, I mean, I think that early on in the affiliate business, there was the opportunity for a lot of guys to just go out there and get a lot of volume, and the advertisers were like, "Great, there's all this volume, let's start paying for it." But now the focus has shifted a lot to quality. So a lot of affiliates have thought of creative ways to filter credit cards, for instance, or to show people the right credit card based on what the previous interactions were on their site or before they even got to the site. And what Credit Karma has really done, and we produce some of the really best quality leads, I think, for some of the issuers, is because we give a lot of information about our credit cards. We give the cardholder reviews. Some of the cards have like over 40 or 50 reviews, and that's valuable to the consumers. So we give that. We also give the average approved credit score on each card and lowest approved credit score on each card. So those things are really what's kind of changing the way that people go and shop for affiliate products. And I think there's going to be more focus on that in the future of finding creative ways to really show people the offers at the right time and in the right way that helps them make that decision there without leaving and going back and doing another search.
Definitely. That makes perfect sense. If you have a follow-up question, please post in the comments below, and we'll ask Stacy to come back and answer as many as she can about affiliate marketing, about credit card offers, about Credit Karma. And if you'd like to follow creditkarma.com, you can do so on Twitter at Credit Karma, and then they're also on Facebook at facebook.com/creditkarma. Stacy Wakefield, Director of Affiliate Marketing at creditkarma.com. Thanks for coming on the show, sharing your knowledge about affiliate opportunities at Credit Karma, and thanks for being a Domain Sherpa.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.